most people think of using a CRM as collecting leads. All right. And that's all they're going to use it for. And it's great when you get the sale. But if that's all you'd use it for, you're really not using it to it. The tool is not being used properly. What the system should be when it comes to these are called pipelines, by the way. So you should have a leads pipeline. Okay. And that's the different steps of going through a lead. Okay. And each business might have different steps. So again, don't just force your CRM in your pipeline into, oh, leads means step 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people have a lead that generates right after where they get the lead from. Sometimes it's a phone call. Sometimes it's an opt-in from a website. Wherever that lead came from, that's the first step. And then usually what happens is people like to have a phone call. Or maybe before then, there is a form that they want filled out. There's all these different ones, and then there's proposals, whatever. However it takes to get you to the finish line of a sale might be different from one business to the second business. Whatever those steps are, that's their pipeline for leads. Once you get your lead to a sale, now you want to take that now new client and put them in a new pipeline, and I like to call it the active pipeline. Now, how many steps in an active pipeline? Well, a lot of the customers that I have different services that they offer to their clients. All right. So what happens is now you have, if there are 5 different services, you have 5 different slots in the active pipeline. It really is a company's client journey. So however many services that client has, that should be each step in the pipeline. And doesn't have to be, there is no order to it. So for example, if you have 5 services and you just label them his slot 1 through 5, and a new client comes in on number 3, that doesn't mean that they just have to do 4 and 5. That just means, oh, that's the 3rd service. Then you can offer them to go this way or this way. That's the active part. Once the active is done, you do the same exact thing. You put them into a past clients and you keep them in the slot that you had them. Because now what's going to happen is you're going to now also ask them if they want to do different services. Did they know about the different services? And then the last one is what I call the lost leads. That mirrors all the steps you had in your leads, because sometimes things don't, someone might go through 5 steps and on the 3rd step, you lose the lead for whatever reason. We're not going to just put it out the window. We're going to put it into a lost pipeline in the same exact slot. See, so the leads and the lost kind of mirror one another, and the active and the past mirror one another. Those are your 4 pipelines. And you can do a lot of interesting things with those 4 pipelines. Okay, now what we do, that's the first step. The second one is in whoever is in all of these pipelines and that they're going into each step, you can tag what it's called tag a contact, which means, okay, this person is in this service. Okay, so, and it's an active person. So we could put 2 tags in, active and service 1. So then what happens is you could say, all right, I'm going to send an email out to all the active contacts that I have who are in this service 1. And I'm going to talk to them not about service 1. I'm going to talk to them about service 2, 3, 4, and 5. To get them involved in the other parts of the services, to get their client journey longer, and it keeps them more active in my pipeline. And now you could do the same thing on the past, that you could say, hey, look, you could send out a email to them and say, look, thank you for the service that you had. How's it going, by the way? Do you need to renew that service, or do you need that service again after a certain amount of time. And also talk about the other services. Now, in the leads one, you can send an email as they're going through each step of the lead to say, hey, look, you know, just a reminder, can you fill out this form for more information? Oh, also, this thing that we talked about in this step, here's a refresher page in case you weren't understanding that. Or, hey, just to let you know, you're in step 3 of the process. Here are the other processes. Would you like to book a calendar with me? You know, a one-to-one, a discovery call, whatever. Here is the link to the calendar. It brings them along to the finish line. Now, on the lost ones, what you can do is say, oh, I see that you stopped at step 3. Is there anything that I can do to help you out? Um, you know, was it a good time? Was it not a good time? And hopefully they come back and say, hey, look, it just wasn't a good time. Can you follow up in 3 months? Yes. What's going to happen is you're going to put them in a follow-up category, and 3 months will go by and an email will go out in 3 months to say, just a reminder here, how's it going now? Would you like to pick up the conversation that was 3 months ago? All these things, now that you have these pipelines set up, you have these tags set up, you can now, the next thing to do is to have automation that automatically gets triggered based on these different events.